check it, check it. Check it. Oh, I think I got the fever. I'm heated, pumping up the meter. Label me a ringleader, mad party bleeder. Make this with a storm, lead after lead after leader. Hey, can you dig it? I come alive, y'all, give me what you got. Back up, pump, stick up, pump your fist up. You check the shadow, don't buck shots, a buzz, slip up. This morning like a kid, to make it feel alright. Pump it up all night, body rock, show me what you got. Let Bob break the moves, slip up. This morning like a kid, to make it feel alright. Pump it up all night. Show me what you got. Let Bob break the moves. Do you wanna get check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it.
know they overdue. We can take it all back to the register and start all over from the canister. Let's break it all down into pieces of bright moments that pass by like a meteorite. Throw on your favorite reel, that's good to go. On the analog player, watch the people glow. Sit back with the breeze and let the memories flow. Comedy, tragedy, all the highs and lows. It's funny how the music put times in perspective. Add a soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you are, feel it will keep walking and we can't get far. Wherever you are, funny how the music put times in perspective. Add a soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you are, feel it will keep walking and we can't get far. Wherever you are. Like a move that I can't predict, like a look that I can't resist. The tingling feeling was so mutual. The lingering appeal was so unusual. Herbally, what is medicine to a lone soul can become poisonous. Some with the whole body fast asleep. Out cold, true vision seem to come to the eye. Take hold of a prophet of me most visibly. I see clear when the world doesn't show it to me. It's so hard to make sense in the cycle of billing. Trying to find a reason to quit and make a killing. I admit, or dealing is painful. Like a star upon a child staring down from the ceiling. How far do we have to stretch the picture before pixelating the human texture? We can take it all back to the register and start all over from the canister and save it all up for an ultimate prize. Homecoming gathering with the big surprise. Throw on your favorite record, that's good to go. On the analog table and it's up to blow. Sit back with these and hear the MC flow. Hi-hat, kick drum, all the highs and lows. It's funny how the music put times in perspective. Add a soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you are, feel it will keep walking and we can't get far. Wherever you are. It's funny how the music put times in perspective. Add a soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you are, feel it will keep walking and we can't get far. Wherever you are. Okay, we can take it all back to the register and start all over from the canister. Let's break it all down into pieces of bright moments that pass by like a meteorite. Throw on your favorite jacket and you're good to roll on the analog trail and you look the roll. Just stroll through the trees and let your miseries go. Sunshine, hurricane, all the highs and lows. Yeah, we can take it all back to the register and start all over from the canister. Let's break it all down into pieces of bright moments that pass by like a meteorite.
Alright, good morning, everybody. Uh, let's get started. Oh, what a peaceful song. Alright, who is here? Oops. I think I was playing back my own audio. My bad. Okay, hey, everybody. We don't have a lot to do today. Um, Again, we're still in the ratios unit. There are a couple things that I'm going to be going over, but we will have a quiz on ratios on Wednesday. So for our Moe Max Wednesday, we'll be doing a quiz on ratios, and it's going to be through Moe Max, so the same way that we've been doing it for a while. But they're going to be, excuse me, sorry. Actually, I might not make the quiz on Moe Max. I might just make it a copy. Yeah, I'm not going to do the quiz on Moe Max. I'm going to do a file, a PDF file of the quiz that we'll have to print out and do individually. Because I can't see your work on Moby Max. But let's get started into what today's lesson is about, and that is adjusting ratios uh, using algebra. Okay, just basic algebra we're going to be using to complete these problems. Let me show you guys what I got here. Let me go ahead and save it really quickly. Hope everyone's doing well. Here we go. What's the title of this? It's using ratio equations. Alright. So let me pull up the file and show you guys what your homework is going to be for tonight. And then we'll talk about, I'll go through some of the problems and we'll answer them together. But that's 12 questions. They're all word problems. Sorry. But we're going to have to do some word problems today. I know not many people like them. Here we go. Where is it? Desktop. You. Alright. There we are. Okay, guys. So we're going to be looking at ratio equations today. And let me just double check and see who's here. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Nathan. Good morning, Annalise, Dina, Matthew, Vika, Ben. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, Nathaniel. I'm really suffering from some allergy problems right now. And this is a common pattern that happens. If I go fishing one day, the next day, due to being outdoors, maybe dust or pollen or stuff in the air, it really messes with my allergies. So if I pause, if I suddenly pause what I'm saying, and I mute myself, it's because I'm sneezing at the top of my lungs. So if I say excuse me, and then that means I'm sneezing. So let's get started. Um, let me change the screen right now. There we go. Okay, so we have this is the worksheet that we're going to be doing tonight, and there's 12. They're all word problems, but they're all the same. Okay, they're all the same. And there's going to be a very specific way I ask you to solve these problems. We'll do the first three together, and the last actually we'll do the first four together, and the last eight will be homework. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and read this first problem, and we'll talk about what steps we're going to be using to solve it. All right. So number one, every pint has 2 cups. You know what? Let's get a paint pad, and we'll go ahead and as we're doing this, we'll go ahead and write down what we got so far. Got my brush here. Let's do this side. Okay. So can you guys tell me in the chat what is my ratio of pints to cups? And we'll go back to the question really quickly to find out. So we're going to write the ratio of pints to cups. Every pint is 2 cups. So every single pint is 2 cups. Can someone tell me a ratio for that? If every pint is 2 cups, what would the ratio be for pints to cups? We had to do them on paper then, Sedina. If you're not able to print it out or work on the PDF, you'll have to do it by hand. Okay, so if you guys said the ratio is 1 to 2, every pint is 2 cups, you'd be correct, right? 1 pint equals 2 cups. Let me get over here. So 1 pint to 2 cups. Which means that anytime I have a certain number of pints, like say I have 3 pints, right? My cups should be double. If I went from 1 to 3, it would be multiplying by 3, which means I also multiply the 2 times 3, and I get 6 cups, okay? So again, just refreshing us on how our ratios are going to work, okay? But in the homework, we're going to be looking at a different way to solve these types of problems, and we're going to use a ratio equation to do so. All right. Now they give you the equation for every single one of these problems, and they give it to you straight up in the question. So they tell you that we could express the 1 pint to 2 cups ratio as the equation y times 2 equals z. Okay, y times 2 equals z. So let's go ahead and write this down right now. Y times 2 equals z. And they tell us that y is equal to the number of pints. Okay? They tell you y is equal to the number of pints. And they tell you that z is equal to the number of cups. And they give you all the information you need to solve this problem, the formula, what the variables mean. All you need to do is plug in the information and find out what z is going to be. Okay, the question asks us, after they give us the formula and what the variables mean, they ask us to use the equation to find the total number of cups in 7 pints. So we want to know how many cups are in 7 pints, right? We don't know what is supposed to be here. Now we've already done the method of looking and see what we multiplied by to figure it out, but in this particular assignment, I want you guys to use this formula to figure out the answer here. Okay? So let's go ahead. They tell us they want to find the number of pints, number of cups in 7 pints. That's what they gave us in the problem. Okay? So we're going to go ahead, and we know that y is supposed to relate to the number of cups. Okay? These are connected, right? So if I have a number like 7, okay, I'm just going to replace it, right? I'm going to replace y with 7. Let's do that right now. I'll delete y, and I got to write in a 7. So now that I've exchanged one of my variables for an actual number value, I can go ahead and solve this problem. 7 times 2 equals 14, right? 14 is going to be the number of cups. So this is correct. I mean, if you did the math, you would have got the correct answer right here. But it wouldn't be receiving full credit because again, I want you to label. I want you to tell me 14 of what? What do you mean? What do you mean we have 14? 14 of what? You would just write your answer as 14 cups, because that's what it asks us to find, the number of cups in 7 pints. All right. So don't forget to write your units right after the number. All right. Z is equal to 14 exactly. Good morning, Miss McGee. She's here, guys. She misses you all, just like me. Although I don't miss these allergies. These aren't fun. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty. Okay. That's over with. All right. Let's do the next problem together. So the first one, our answer is going to be 14 cups. Remember, that's what we'll write. Make sure you write your 14 and then the cups after it, or whatever unit they're asking you for. Otherwise, you'll get credit. You'll get points taken off on the actual quiz. Okay. Next one. Let's read this one together. For each pound, there are 16 ounces. For each pound, there are 16 ounces. This can be expressed using the equation y times 16, which equals y times 16 equals z, where y is equal to the number of pounds and z is equal to the total number of ounces. Okay, so they tell us, oops, they tell us exactly. Oops, I can't highlight for some reason. All right, let's try this one more time. Oh, this is not technically a text. Okay, so I'll underline it. They say y is equal to the number of pounds, and z is going to be equal to the total number of ounces, right? And then they tell us the ratio for pounds to ounces. For each pound, there are 16 ounces. So for 1 pound, there are 16 ounces. Right? This will be our ratio here. 1 pound to 16 ounces. Let's go ahead and do this problem. Select all. All right. So there is, oops, brush, 1 pound to 16 ounces. I'll put the unit symbol for pounds right here, unit symbol for ounces right here. Okay, so 1 to 16 is the ratio of pounds to ounces, just so we're aware of that. Actually, let me go ahead and write. There we go. Okay, they give us the equation y times 16 is equal to z. They said that y is the number of pounds and z is going to be the number of ounces. Okay? Now in the problem, they wanted us to find the total ounces in 3 pounds. So 3 is the number that we're going to put into our equation. Right? 3 is the number they gave us in the problem. So now we will, instead of writing y, we're going to fill in the value that they give us in the problem, 3. Okay? So let's do that right now. And we'll fill in with a 3. What's 3 times 16? 48. 48 cups. Okay? So 3 times 16 will give us, let me do this. So 48 is equal to z. Am I done? Am I done? 48 cups. Remember to put your units after the answer you calculate, or you will lose some points. Okay? 48 cups. Excellent job. Rachel, you did great. Sadina, you did great. Everyone here is doing awesomely. Okay. Oh, let's go ahead and do the next one together. But we're going to do the first 4, and then I'm going to let you guys off to do the rest by yourselves. Where is my... There it is. Okay, we'll erase all this. And we're looking now at number 3. Okay. Every gallon is 4 quarts. Okay. It's another way of expressing a ratio. Every gallon is 4 quarts. So how many gallons do we have? We have 1, right? And for every gallon, there will be 4 quarts, right? We just plug in the ratio right there. We know which ratio we're working with. Let's go ahead and write it down here. Oops. 1 gallon, not gallon, gallon, to 4 quarts. And we're going to use the same formula, y times, well, what do you think it's going to be here? Y times what? If y is our gallons, I'm going to abbreviate here. And z is going to be the number of quarts. What are we going to multiply y by? Well, we're going to multiply by 4. They obviously give you the equation in the problem, but we could see why that is the right equation, okay? By looking at the ratio, y times 4 is going to give us our correct ratio. Let's go ahead. Equals z. Okay, so they want to know how many quarts are in 6 gallons. 6 gallons. So we'll go ahead And we know we're supposed to replace the number of gallons with 4. Okay, so we'll do that right now. Oh, whoops, it's supposed to be 6, sorry. 6 times 4 is equal to Z. How is it going to be 76 quarts? 24, there we go, 24. 6 times 4 equals 24. And that is going to be equal to Z. And instead of writing just 24, we're going to write also the unit. So the person grading your tests know what you're referring to. Alright. And that is your correct answer. Is this hard right now? You guys tell me if you guys want me think this is difficult. Or if I'm going too fast, or you want me to re-explain it. You guys let me know. Give me your feedback. Give me your feedback while I sneeze. Oh, okay. Alright, let's do one more together. And then that'll be it. I will cancel, well, I'm not going to cancel, but I will dismiss class. And you guys can get started on the last 8. But I'll post it to the Google Classroom Challenge. Alright. Every quarter is 5 nickels. Every quarter is 5 nickels. This can be expressed using the equation y times 5 equals z. So let's get those 2 pieces of information down first. Now, when they say every quarter, they mean that every single quarter is equal to 5 nickels, or is proportionate to 5 nickels. So 1 to 5 is our ratio up here. Let's write that down here. And this will be quarters to nickels. I really cannot write with this mouse. Quarters to nickels. Alright, they give us the equation y times 5 is equal to z, where y is the number of quarters, and we multiply by 5 to get the number of nickels. Let's see, they want to find the number of nickels in 7 quarters. Okay, so instead of y, remember y is equal to our number of quarters, we're going to replace this instead with 7. And then it becomes a simple calculation problem. 7 times 5 is going to give us 35. 35 what? 35 nickels. Okay? And that'll be your answer. Please do not forget the unit down here. Please make sure you set up a ratio, alright? And make sure you identify what the y and the z mean in each problem. Okay, so what are they equal to in each problem? They tell you every time you read one. They tell you what the y is equal to. They tell you what the z is equal to. So make sure you read these questions carefully. Okay? Oh, erase. So for homework, you guys are going to be doing numbers 5 through 12 on your own. And it shouldn't take that long. Again, we're going to have a short quiz on ratios on Wednesday, all right? So please get this work done. The extra practice will surely help. Alrighty? Okay, let's get started. Let me go ahead and post this. This is going to be using ratio equations. This is going to be due by Wednesday. So if you don't turn it in by Wednesday, Miss McGee is going to reach out to you and say, hey, you turned this in. Oh, not a link. We're going to add a file. There it is. All right. So if you can't do it on the PDF, if you can't do it through Google Docs, just do it by hand. Take a picture, and you know where to send it to me. Okay. Alrighty, guys. That is all for today. I would go a little bit longer, but I'm just going to be a sneezing mess for this entire day. So I will stay on my computer though, and I will respond to your emails if you need help. But this will oh wait, attendance first. See Jesse. Oh, let me go ahead and mark this down. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I should have done this earlier. Let's go over here. I saw Rachel. I saw Jackie. Ben's here. Crystal is. Annalise is. I did see Jesse. I saw Matthew. I saw Vika. Saw Sedina. Saw Thad. Saw Nathaniel. I know Justin right now is currently not able to access a computer, so I'm gonna mark him absent, but he is excused today. All right, and that should do it. Everybody, have a great rest of the day. And if you have any questions at all, please email me, reach out to me. I'm gonna keep the stream open. I'll be looking at the chat. You can type something in here if you need help. I did see you, Thad. There was no homework for bio, Crystal. You're good. Thank you, Vika. Very polite of you. I'm still here if you have any questions. So just go ahead and type it in the chat, and I will be watching it closely. That's fine, Jackie. You have plenty of time to do that if he could print it out for you. So you don't need to do it immediately. But great on you for figuring out the appropriate backup plan. Jackie, you are doing an excellent job of following rules and directions, and you're also making decisions on your own that aren't necessarily governed by a rule or direction. So I'm glad you're figuring things out. Thad, you're free to go. I'm staying here just in case a student has a question on the assignment. All right. Thank you for coming, though, Thad. I know we had a short lesson today, but we just had to do this one extra type of problem, and then we'll do a little bit of review on Wednesday, and then we'll take the quiz afterwards. Okay? Oh, well, thank you so much, Thad.